Wow.
Yeah.
So what's your writing? I mean, what is your writing style? Do you have like, do you get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and start writing every day for an hour?
Usually it's like midnight and have a rum and Coke and start writing for a couple hours.
So it's at night.
Yeah, mostly at night.
Do you do that every day?
No. I should though. Like in part, like there's little questions that you get before they do the show, like, you know, who do you work with and what's your writing style? And after answering those 20 questions, I was like, what am I doing? Like, what is my writing style? Why am I living like this? Like, get a job, call your mom. But I wish I could say that I do that every day. But I don't. I think there's always like other, like self-promotional activities, there's always deadlines. This press release has to go out. You have to go to the show. You have to do the Making Music series. And there just aren't as strict deadlines, although I should self-impose them, you know?
Were you, when you're putting tracks together, are you always have a beat and then are writing to that beat, or do you have stuff that you're writing separately that you then match up?
I think like right now, like I always have a document called Rap RM and Prose RM, meaning rap rough material and prose rough material. So if I'm putting together a song, it'll always be to a beat. I know like some MCs will be like, okay, I have a verse and a chorus and a verse and a chorus, now all I need is a beat. Right. I don't generally do that. Like I'll always write, oh, that rhymes and I like the sounds of that. And then, you know, keep little snippets. So I think now I have like 45 pages of little snippets. And then I'll hear a beat. Oh, okay, maybe all this stuff could go there. Oh, okay. So I'll kind of assemble as I go. Yeah. And then I write a lot on my left arm when I...
So, but is it mostly on the computer that you're writing stuff? Or do you write stuff out by hand or
hand and
or?
Computer, yeah. Notebook.
Do you... Now, are there other tools you use to?
There are other tools that I use. Like, if I'm thinking of a melody idea, I usually forget it unless I record it. So I used to call myself on my cell phone and then wait for me to say, hi, it's Dessa. Like, hi, Dessa, it's Dessa. And then sing whatever little snippet there was. And then my dad got me this really cool little computer, which is like 80 bucks on eBay. And it's like a little touchscreen deal. But he knows that my nickname in high school was Stains, and he knows that I drop things a lot. And so this was just a computer that you can drop and not ruin. And so I think that's why he got it for me.
And you can write on the screen or touch the screen.
You can write on the screen, you can touch the screen, but also it has like just a little, really, really poor quality dictaphone business to it. So sometimes when like Jesse Green and I are doing some songs, I'll say, okay, well, I need a harmony line, and I'll record one line. Ready? We'll play it into the lavalier. I don't know where the sound comes from.
Where's the speaker? Oh, it's on the back.
Is it on the back? Let's try again. Ready? Okay. I can't tell if you guys can hear this.
Hold it right next to the mic.
I can be what you need, but it seems you're leaving the scene. Just me and scenery left on the screen.
Okay, so that's, I said, Jesse, those are the words I want to do. Let's try to do harmony.
I can be what you need, but it seems you're leaving the scene. Just me and scenery left on the screen.
Pretty piss poor harmony, but you get the idea of, it wasn't the tool's fault. So we'll do a lot of that, just like really quick scratch recording to be able to layer harmony line over. In my kitchen, generally, yeah, which has great acoustics. So I'm also recording my album in my kitchen, part of it.
And what are you using to do that?
For my album, I'm doing like a proper Pro Tools setup and a professional microphone.
You have that in your kitchen? Mm-hmm. What are you using, an M box or what do you?
It's like the guy Ronan, that guy who was pictured in the Medina photo. Yeah, so he'll come over with his Pro Tools rig and a modest little preamp. And we use Blue microphones. I really like those generally. So that's a brand name.
Well, do you want to pick something off of the first record and maybe
Sure.
talk about how it came to be? What was the beat? And
Yeah, absolutely. What did you say? 551. Oh, look. Excellent. Okay, so my friend Paper Tiger made that beat, and then I bet he can talk about how he did it. So this was a song on the first album, and it's my least favorite one. No, stop. Wait, you guys. Wait, we're cool. It's my least favorite song to like listen to the recording because, there we go, 551. I didn't know how to rap yet. So as soon as I heard this beat by Paper Tiger, I really fell in love with it. I really, really, really like this beat.
Why?
It's like saying, why is your favorite color red? Because it sounds melancholy, because this little backward guitar business, it's immediately emotive to me. It made me feel something right away.
She's a Saturday sinner, suicide, Sunday dessert for weekends, drinking her dinner. The worry keeps her slender, the pills keep her awake. Her man can't make her happy, but he helps to still the shakes. I met her boyfriend at the bar, he said he'd stick to beer. Said I could keep the cocktails, martinis taste like tears. I asked if he would leave her. What was
So for this part of the song, I had been out with an ex-boyfriend, and he was talking about some friend of his that was in a big decline. And I asked if he wanted a martini, and he said, "Oh, they taste like tears to me." And he's a second language speaker, so I think he has a lot of accidental poetry when he talks, you know. And so a lot of this song came out of a conversation, kind of half drunk at the CC Club, with a friend named Diego.
What's the 551?
In the second verse, the book Beloved has a really interesting narrative, and I wanted to try to do like a non-linear story. And the title 551 refers to the second verse where the narrator, the girl talking, says, a man can keep you sane for 550 days. A year and a half, give or take an afternoon, so. Woo! Woo! It's the day after. Yeah.
So was the first thing you heard the beat and then you wrote it from there, or did you have some of those lyrical ideas?
Some of the snippets I had. I think the one that's coming up actually right here was one that I had kind of already had written, but it seemed to serve the theme at hand. So.
Congratulations to the dry eyes, consolations to the nice guys, and condensations on the underside of everything I touch. I seem to chill the objects that I meant so much to love. A man can keep you sane 550 days, a year and a half.
So now in that process, so you hear the beat and you pick either you write stuff to it or you're picking stuff that works.
Yeah.
And you're putting it together. Do you then send it back to the producer, to Paper Tiger in this case? And
Paper, you want to come up because soon you'll be showing your gear. But I think in this case I hadn't. Like in this case I was like, hey Paper, and I'll usually say this before I accept a beat. Like, is it cool if? Hey, high five, dude.
Paper Tiger, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, you need to get a lavalier.
No.
Well, actually, you could grab one of these 58s too, and
do you want to grab a 58, babe?
just do that.
Thanks, Dave. So for this beat, I think for this beat I said, I want this beat, I like it. Are you cool if I resequenced it a little bit? And you were like, yeah. If you wanna change how long verses are, if you wanna move choruses a little bit, then that's okay.
From what I remember when you were like finishing putting together, you're like, I'm finishing putting together False Hopes and I want something of yours. And for a while, like I made that beat like almost 6 years ago now.
Did
it's
you?
Like it's so old, yeah. And actually Cecil used to do City Girl over it.
What?
A long time ago, yeah. So he was using it for a while and then...
It's fucked up.
I know, but I remember I remember we were sitting in my car at one point and I was like, well, and I played you this one and I was like, I don't think he's gonna use it. It just doesn't fit right or whatever, and I think that you could really kill it. And I remember you got really excited.
Oh, I did. I stole that one.
Yeah, and you were just like, oh, yeah, I have to, yeah. So
did Cecil know that I took it?
Yeah, I think I was like, you're done, dude. Sorry. It just wasn't working out.
It's not me. It's us.
We haven't talked
compatibility
since.
thing. I don't even know you anymore. Yeah.
What was the genesis of that beat for you? Like putting it together. Like the in terms of like
it
pieces.
It was so long ago. It was like when I was really just kind of learning how to do stuff. It was like, actually I remember I was living with MK Larada at the time, and I was so young. I had like just moved out of my parents' house, and it was like right when we were starting this whole Doomtree thing, and I was just learning how to like cut drums and all that kind of stuff, and it was like the first one where I was actually like, this is kind of sweet,
That's fine. By way of introduction, I say, well, I wrote this before I knew how to rap, and you say, I made this before I knew how to make beats. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Best work for the U of M. Nothing but.
But it's still a good song.
Yeah.